Hey guys, we are just back from an extended holiday vacation. We had a great time. Videos to come from that. We're going to bring you some news today. So we have two stories for you. And the first one comes from RVbusiness.com and it's dated November 22nd. We have a lot of Canadian viewers. So this is actually about some Canadian RV news, but many of you like to follow what's going on around other countries as well. So this is pretty interesting. So the title is Wholesale RV Shipments into Canada Decrease 56.6% year over year. So kind of the same trend as what's going on here.
Actually a little worse. But most of those shipments are coming from Indiana. There are Canadian manufacturers, but the vast majority are coming out from the US. The CRVA reports the wholesale shipments into Canada for the third quarter ending September 30th total 4,459 units. That's compared to 10,269 in 2022, representing a decrease of 56.6% year over year.
So this is from statistical surveys that RVDA of Canada reported that retail activity during the third quarter totaled 11,329 units, and when compared to the wholesale shipment figure of 4,459, Canadian RV dealer inventory levels continued to significantly decrease during the period, which would be considered abnormal compared to historical stats.
The CRVA commented on the report that dealers continue to liquidate prior year inventory on hand, combined with transportation delay issues, contribute to much higher than anticipated decrease during the quarter. Same thing we're seeing in the US. The shipments, they're slowing down the shipments to try to get rid of the inventory. And I haven't been on probably like a week and a half, 2 weeks in some of the dealerships, but last video we did, there was still significant amounts of 2022s and and like a ton of 23. Not really the ideal situation, especially being that a lot of those things should have been sold already. The RV wholesale shipments into Canada year to date for 9 months ending September 30th was 19,865 versus 48,670 units in 2022, representing a decrease of 59.2% overall. And that's going to take us into our next story. And this is an interesting one because this person has some insight. They've been in the industry for a very long time.
Before we go into that, I want to ask our Canadian friends, put in the comments below, guys. We always ask people, what are you seeing near you? We do have some subscribers. Actually, one of them I did a virtual dog training session with. They're up there. So guys, let us know if you're up there what you are seeing on the ground.
So the next part of this story comes from RV Business and it's dated November 14th, 2023. The title is Opinion Stagnant RV Market Will Continue Through 2024. Now this is an opinion piece by Greg Four, and he is a former partner at G&G Media LLC, as well. He used to be the former president of Dicor Products and served 19 years as board member of the RVIA, as well. He's an inductee to the RV Hall of Fame. So he's been around the block for a little bit, and this is his opinion on what the forecast, the outlook is for 2024.
In the beginning of the article, Greg Four makes a statement. It's kind of summarizing everything, but we'll break it down a little bit for you. He says, as I review the RV market environment, both in historical and future terms, I have concluded that we are mired in a longer-term stagnant market than everyone originally forecast, at least through 2024.
And then there's some factors in there they talked about regarding, of course, the COVID buyers. His opinion was that a lot of COVID buyers were actually people that were planning to buy RVs anyway. They just pushed it ahead because of COVID. So I think that was a little bit of a overlook by the RV industry, that there maybe was a lot of new people coming out, but that's not really his opinion. He has some other factors in here also. He also talks about how much RV dealerships are really taking a hit. A lot of the inventory that they had were higher cost COVID models. Trying to unload those now with higher interest rates not only makes it more difficult to sell, but the floor plan interest rate for the dealerships were up 50%. So you got to remember, these dealerships are paying interest on the inventory they have. They really want to get rid of what they have, and they're also reducing their inventory. And we're going to put the link, because it's kind of a lengthy article. We don't want to read the whole thing, but we did read it, but we just want to bring it to you. We're going to put the link down below. So some of the factors that is forming his opinion are the following. Consumer interest rates show no signs of reducing in the near term. Now, there's a lot of talk about the election year early next year that you might see a reduction, but probably not going to be where it was 2.5, 3 years ago. Wholesale finance rates also show no sign of reducing. Lower margins and lower sales will cause continued cash flow problems. Consumer sentiment indexes have been decreasing. People are not happy with the economy. Regional wars around the world, along with U.S. border issues, may further disrupt the economy if they continue without resolution.
Inflation is an issue. The auto industry is slumping. He says that the housing industry, as we've mentioned in a number of videos, the high costs, the interest rates are soaring.
We've seen the value of our home just like skyrocket, really beyond belief, and the inventory is so little. People will just, it's insane. I hope it's like that when we sell.
I know. And something, as we all know, he brings up the political environment, very split, and we see that in all of our comments. We're not going to get into that, of course, but he says that's causing uneasiness in many markets.
With all those factors, he's saying it's nearly certain 2023 shipments by OEMs will not reach 300,000 units. And if you remember, a year ago, they were talking 600,000 units, or half. It's not very good for the industry.
Retail registrations for 2024 will likely be in the 300,000 to 330,000 range, and that is a further reduction from 2023.
Some other factors in there, and this is just what we've seen, price of fuel. I mean, price of fuel has come down, but it's still high. We just did a video talking about how much we spent to keep our motorhome on the road for 2023. Fuel cost for us was almost $4,200. And that's a gas motorhome. It's not a diesel pusher. It's a lot of money, guys. A lot of money that people just they don't want to spend. We don't want to spend it, but it can be very costly.
Mr. Four says, in summary, the next 12 to 18 months will be a continuation of the rough ride we have been on the past 24 months. It will take some creative marketing and positioning for OEMs, suppliers, and dealers to gain market share and maintain needed profits and positive cash flow.
Now, what we hope to see, and we have been seeing a little bit of it, is a going back to quality. Quality. And I think a lot of RV manufacturers really hurt themselves during the COVID years, and maybe leading up to it, just putting out subpar units. There's been a lot of negative comments in our videos. We've seen a couple of RVs out there that just weren't too good. They have to make up for it somehow. And it's going to be tough, but I think if they bring back the quality, maybe the customer service a little bit more, you got to get people back on your side. So hopefully some RV manufacturers watch this. Hopefully some RV dealers give that feedback to manufacturers. And we hope to see an improvement in sales, but more importantly, an improvement in customer service, as well as an improvement in RV quality.
As we've said before, guys, if you are searching for an RV, now may be a good time to get that deal that you have been looking for and waiting for.
So in the comments below, let us know, do you agree with this opinion piece? Man has a lot of knowledge. He's been around the block a couple of times. We agree with some of the points he has in there, but what are you seeing by you? What do you think the next 24 months is going to hold for the RV industry? Put in the comments below. If you like videos like this, to the left of us, put our RV news playlist. We'll put our RV tours playlist, and for myself and MJ, it's a journey of a lifetime, and we'll see you on the road.